I picked up this interest looking at my dad work in his garage-based workshop at home. But I had never considered it as a serious career for myself. It was not that I always wanted to be an engineer. The serious careers that I actually considered for myself was one, either to be a poet. Okay, my inspiration was William Shakespeare. My second ambition was to become a lead singer with a nice band, and my inspiration was Amy Lee from the band Evanescence. My third ambition was to be a naturalist and run around the forest in a caravan, just like the Crocodile Hunter, if you've seen the series in Discovery. So, yeah, and being the nice Tamil Brahmin girl in my Tamil Brahmin household, I got into the cliched computer science and engineering. Year 2007, I landed up in an engineering college without knowing what I was doing there. Yes, I was the lost puppy, trying to find myself. It was not until the latter half of 2007, in a bus, I was just having a casual chit-chat with my friend. He said, Priya, when we were growing up, why did we never have the kind of electronics and computers exposure as our counterparts in the more developed countries, like the United States, Germany, Japan, etc.? And I just felt that, yeah, valid question. Anyway, I did not know what I was doing in this engineering college. Why not I make this the mission of my life, bringing technology to the school children of India? And then a chance meeting with a certain Drupal contributor in one of the college fests, who incidentally was also the drummer, incited in me this passion for open source software. The very idea of having a knowledge base with experts and the newbies in the same panel, and the very idea that you could also make a difference to the software really enticed me towards it. I started learning this programming language called Python and started contributing to this organization called Mailman. It's a mailing list management tool. The small bug fixes went on to bigger patches, which landed me in the Google Summer of Code 2007 with an organization called Sisters, supporting women in computing. That stipend helped me to take the next move, that is opening a hardware store in India, which was online, called 9circuits.com. It was great fun running a company. Like, you are the receptionist, you are the designer, you are the person who takes calls, you are the person who actually couriers things. So, while working in 9circuits, I discovered the further joys of open source hardware. Like for the layman, for people who don't know what open source hardware is, let me give you a small example. Take the simplest example of a radio. Say, you have a radio. You think, there is this stereo too. Why not I combine these two and make a new design and try to sell it? But then Philips says, no, you can't do it. It's a radio, it has to be a radio. And only when I decide, is it going to have a stereo or anything else. This was a foundation that open source hardware overcomes. As it open sources the design files, you're free to contribute, you're free to add on to the already existing design, and just so long as you don't call it as the original product, the new product is absolutely yours. I fell in love with this idea, and the very thought of empowering each child of India who is studying in a school to have a better chance to interact with technology, I felt open source was the way to go. Do you agree or not? I mean, how many of you here felt that you had to be more exposed? Had I just known this 10 years back, had I just known it 8 years back, how many of you ever felt this way while studying in schools? Yes, and this is a problem I am currently working on, and I'm working with an open source hardware company called Arduino, and they support a lot of open source hardware developments. So here I am, and slowly I'd like to when the topic was given to me, invent the future, my vision for India's future is that every child gets equal opportunity as much as a child as my cousins in the United States got or Germany got. So that is how I plan to work on inventing the future for India. And there are particularly 2 points which I'd like to iterate to each one of you. These were said by a very close friend of mine and someone who I really look up to. Don't let the fact that you don't know what you are doing stop you. Like when I look at my life, I started off zero, the lost puppy who didn't know what she was doing in an engineering college. But still, I kept on hitting, try to get that one point that drives you mad in life, that never lets you sleep in life. One problem that you wish that you had but you didn't, be the change that you want to see. And these are all not just simply inspirational words, but something that if you see, like the transition from zero to where I'm standing right now, the only attitude that kept me going was success is a matter of learning, and learning is a matter of trying. You cannot say that, oh, that girl codes so well, I don't know how to code. No, you could any day Google up and Google uncle ki jai, as we friends used to joke about. So success is a matter of learning, and learning is just a matter of trying. So I hope all of you would I expect great things out of at least the people who heard me here. Just try to find that one passion that drives you.